It's that time. Thanks for tuning in again. It's that RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr.A. Will Terence Crawford sit around and fade away waiting for some competition over there on Top Rank with the ESPN? You see the names. You see what's going on around the boxing world. The Zone's throwing money. ESPN's throwing money. Everyone's trying to get their stable. You see PBC starting to, not mention other fighters. They're like they might start going in house. So everyone always goes in house, but we always knew Terence Crawford pickings were real small. But now you see the names up there. What is this? What is this? This is what it could be. Let's just say it is what it is. Terence Crawford and EJ Erkin Jerk Earl Spence is not going to be fighting no time soon. Let's just say it's 2020. They always said it was 2020. Let's say it is at the very end of 2020. These are the names right here, folks. Alexander Vesputin, Egis Kabaleskis, Chris Van Heerden. He just signed to Top Rank. And Boxing Scene's really putting articles about him like every other week now, it seems like it. So they're really trying to slowly get his name back in our heads. So when he does probably get a Terence Crawford fight, it seems like he deserves it. And then, of course, you got just the recently victorious Luis Collazo. He had a rumored fight back in the day, not too long ago, about a Terence Crawford fight. So that was already had its circulated rumors. Keith Van Heerden, obviously he's tied to Earl Spence. They're going to connect that fight to Terence Crawford. But I didn't mention the one on top there. That's Alex Saucedo, 140-pounder. We saw him last get battered around by Maurice Hooker. But, hey, he's a name. He will be the taller fighter against Terence Crawford. I think he's like taller than Terence by like 2 inches. Gives up a reach. Vesputin, Egis Kavalaskis. They're the two what's that, European wave fighters. This is it. This is 5 fighters, folks. This is the welterweight division for Top Rank. What is Terence Crawford to do? Look at him. He's sitting there waiting. Is he just disappearing, waiting for competition, just fading away? Will this really happen to Terence Crawford? Everyone's talking about the freeze game. Remember, AJ said it to Wilder, if he can't comply, we just freeze him out. What happens if they just want to freeze out Terence Crawford? Fuck the Undisputed. What if PBC just goes its own way, ain't doing business? Like, ESPN wants to go and sign Tyson Fury and fuck up our Wilder big card. Well, fuck you. We ain't gonna give you no cards because we don't need you. We don't need Terence Crawford. We don't need that fight. It's a great fight. Fuck up the fans. Fuck over the fans. Fuck over me. Fuck over you. But when it comes to just business being dickheaded business people, to PBC, Al Heyman, they don't need Terence Crawford. They do not need him, not 1 cent. They got enough welterweights. They got enough 145 or 140 people to bring up. And by the time Earl Spence probably fights all of them, it's about time for him to go 154, 160. Who knows? There's definitely enough talent to go over there. But for Terence Crawford, is he just going to fade away? He's looking, folks. Look at him sitting there. Who am I going to fight? Alex Saucedo, Alexander Vesputin, Egis Kavalaskis, Chris Van Heerden, Luis Collazo. That don't sound like Sean Porter, Earl Spence, Keith Thurman, Ugis, Adrian Granados, Danny Garcia. Nah. Vesputin, Kavalaskis, Van Heerden, Collazo, Saucedo. No, that don't sound like that. That don't sound like that. But this is what he has. What do you think of these 5 fighters? This could be a next year and a half, 2 years for Terence Crawford right there, folks. Alex Saucedo, Alexander Vesputin, Egis Kavalaskis. What do you think is the best fights? Me, myself, I think the one who has the best chance of winning this, Terence Crawford, not just beating him, probably Alexander Vesputin. I think he probably has the best chance. I used to think Egas is pretty good, but his last couple fights, I haven't quite seen what I thought he was going to be. He seems to be lacking head movement, coming straight in, getting a hit. So I won't be surprised if Terence Crawford figures out his power and just gets some. Vesputin's kind of the same thing, but he seems to be a little more of a polished boxer with some power. While Egas can box, but he seems to be stuck on his power ways. Let me know. Leave a comment. What do you think? This is the Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. A. You just tuned into a Mr. A's Thoughts. Stay tuned in.